Hey, what's up, everyone? I'm Sade. Thank you for joining me for our astrology talk. For today's talk, I'm diving into the Gemini new moon that we have happening on June 18th. And this new moon is the last new moon before we move right into Cancer season, which will be ushering us into the summer solstice and really bringing us into a brand new season and a brand new way of being and maneuvering in our day to day. Now, what I love about this new moon is it is in the sign of Gemini. So it definitely, if you remember the energy from the full moon that we had in Sagittarius, there has been a lot of movement and a lot of changes. I would even say from the eclipse that we had leading into the full moon of Sagittarius and now bringing us into this new moon of Gemini before we switch seasons completely. So there has been a lot of ideas, a lot of conversation, a lot of confrontation because Gemini, being a very neutral sign, it is still about movement, it's about change, and it's about being mutable as well as being active. Because it's masculine, Gemini is a more active based energy. And what I really enjoy about this new moon is it is really sealing off these final few energetic weeks of spring where it's giving us that momentum and that inspiration to plant these final seeds. Because once we switch into the summer solstice, that will be a brand new season of allowing the seeds to be where they are and seeing what flowers come from the seeds that we have planted. So with this Gemini new moon energy, any idea that has come about since the eclipse and especially since the Sagittarius full moon, this is your green light, I should say, of let's kind of go ahead, plant these seeds and start taking action, especially because Gemini is masculine. New moon energies are masculine in general. So it is a time to be direct and be active and initiate what are the changes that we really need to make before we have fun and relax in the summer. Now, the challenge with this Gemini new moon is it will be squaring Neptune in Pisces. And Neptune is actually making its way into its retrograde. You know, when you're dealing with Gemini, which rules logic, and you're dealing with Pisces, which rules the spirit, and the two of them are squaring each other, this is really a time to feel in order to know. And because these two are squaring each other, we might not be able to move strictly based off of fact, because fact is information that's being given to us. Gemini rules communication, information, ideas, and connection. But when it's squaring a planet like Neptune, which is in its home sign of Pisces, which rules inspiration, it rules spirituality, it rules religion. Just because we have information and facts that are being given to us on the table, you still have to go with that intuitive gut feeling that you feel within. And you might not need to act initially off of what you're feeling, but if what you're feeling is opposite of the facts or the information that's in front of you, that is a moment to pause, which can seem very hard with Gemini energy because Gemini is air and it's very fast. But because this new moon is going to square Neptune in Pisces, you do want to take that pause. You want to say, okay, I am noticing things, I am seeing things with my naked eye, but my intuitive eye feels very different. Take a moment to pause, allow yourself to be neutral in mind. So if you have a meditation practice, a yoga practice, anything that can bring you to a neutral mind, because Gemini is a neutral sign. And once you can bring yourself to that balance and that neutrality, then you can really make the best decision. I wouldn't take this new moon to be impulsive because of the square that we have with Neptune, but I will take this new moon to notice all the information that's coming, not feel rushed to make any decision necessarily, but know that action will need to take place because this is masculine energy and we're moving into a brand new season. So whatever you do not make a decision on in this season of spring, the energy might shift when we come into summer because it's just a new season, expecting new ways of moving from us. So very eventful new moon that we have happening. We do have Venus and Mars in the sign of Leo, which is a great aspect with Gemini with the sun and the moon in the sign of Gemini. So definitely expect for things to be very fun, very optimistic, very flirty, very dramatic, but also taking that time to notice how you are feeling and not always just focusing on what's going on in the outside world or what is being shown to you, because a lot of times the things that are being shown to us, there are also things being hidden from us as well. So have an amazing new moon, everyone, and I will see you for our next video.